highly thankful. I'm thankful today. I feel good today. Today is the day that I step out of my shell and I recognize that I'm great. Today is a beautiful day.
This video, welcome back, light walkers. I want to commend you because you are amongst the rare few, the few who's willing to do the work on the inside to shine on the outside. I see you, I salute you, and I appreciate you. You are powerful. In this video, what we're going to talk about is why comparison leads to settling. And so, people think that it's good to compare. They have this idea of comparing themselves as a way to gauge like their happiness or gauge the amount of work or effort that they're willing to put into something. And when you compare, you put yourself in a place of looking at somebody else's actions or lack of thereof, engaging whether you will move or whether you will take action in life. And as long as you're using someone else's output to gauge how much you're going to output, then you're putting yourself in a detrimental place. Because what if that person is not living up to their true potential? And you gauge your life on operating from a place of saying, you know, as long as this person doesn't do too much and I can do X, Y, Z, I'm good. At least I'm better than boom. And whenever you hear that, like that internal voice that's saying, at least I'm better than, you in the wrong place. You're in the wrong place because you're not listening to the person inside you. You're not listening to the person that wants more out of life. You're not listening to the person that's tired of being ignored. You're listening to the part of you that doesn't want to do the work. You're doing just enough to make it look good. And as long as you're operating from that place, you're never going to be in true joy because your happiness is based off of someone else's results in life. When you can have so much more in you, but because of your unwillingness to dive deep and see who you are, you base your success on the others around you. And you could be putting yourself in like one of the worst places because you're surrounding yourself around people that don't have knowledge of self. They may not know who they are. They may not be in the right careers in their life. They may not truly be happy. But you're surrounding yourself with them and you're basing your success on what they're doing when you could have so much more in you. You got to get to that point. Or you discover who you are. You got to get to that point. You get to that point by listening to yourself. Paying attention to what's going on inside of you. You get to that place by being authentic to yourself. What about your gift? What about your gift that somebody told you couldn't do? Where's that can't at? Who introduced your world to can't? I asked someone today, I was talking to this young man today, and he said, yeah, I want to be a designer, but I can't draw. And I said, who introduced you to that word can't? Who told you that? Because that didn't come from you. You didn't tell you. You wasn't looking over yourself saying, I can't draw. Because if you want to be a designer, all you have to do is follow what you see in your head and put it on the paper. But if somebody is judging it and saying you can't do this, then that'll make you feel some type of way about yourself. And you've probably been holding on to that your whole life, not even realizing how powerful you are. And you're stopping yourself from believing that you can put your gift forward because you believe in somebody else's limitation of you. That's not your limitation. That's what somebody said about you. That has absolutely nothing to do with who you are. They casted their doubts on themselves onto you, and you believed it. For how long? How much are you walking around with somebody else's can'ts? When you think about doing the things that make you feel good, the things that bring you joy, are you surrounding yourself with the word can't around it? Are you telling yourself, I can do it? I'm doing it. I'm being it. I am it. And if you're holding can't in your mind, ask yourself why. Where did it first come from? Who introduced that to you? You didn't introduce that to yourself. Somebody cast a spell on you telling you can't do this. And you believed it. You don't have to own that. That's not your reality. You don't have to look at the times you lost, the time you could have, I could have been doing it for so long. I would have been here. I would have been doing this with my life. Or don't look at that. Discover it now. Start listening to yourself now. You have to own your power. You have to build up that inner child in you, that person that is creative. You have to give that person life. Don't believe anything somebody says to you that does not feel good to your spirit. Encourage yourself. Be aware of where you fell off or where you stopped believing in yourself. Be aware of that. And start speaking life into the child in you. Start speaking life into the creativity in you. Be strong enough to bring your gifts to the world. You just got to believe. Believe in that powerful person that you are. Know that you're capable of doing anything. And operate in that. Be that. Don't waver. Stand in your purpose. Stand in your power. Own it. You are amazing. Bring that person back to life. Give that person love. Forgive everybody that told you, oh, you're not this or you're not that. A person that truly believes in itself is not going to condemn somebody else. So have compassion for them because they're hurting themselves. They may not tell you, but they're hurting. Have compassion. Operate with love. The only way to heal your heart, to believe in that child in you, that creativity, to bring it to the world, you have to heal your heart. The way you heal your heart is by letting go of the pain that you hold for others. Because as long as the vibration of pain is inside of you, you're not going to let go of yours. You have to rid yourself of it. The best way to rid yourself is to let go of any and every issue you have with someone else. Take the weight off your chest. Free your chest up. Take the burden off your back. Breathe that off. Get that off your chest. Let that go. The more you let that go, the more you'll free yourself. The more you'll operate in your power. The more you'll be able to bring your gifts to the world. Comparison is the thief. Comparing yourself and comparing yourself to somebody else robs you. Because you may be following somebody that don't even know where they're going. Peace and blessings. I wish you all the best. Hit me if you need me.